No, and then I went to a big after party. Got to hang out with DeRosa, Big J, Nate Bargatze, all these fucking guys, man, just having a great time. And then the next day, I got to interview Jerry Seinfeld, promoting his Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. That's going to be out on Netflix. And I can't even tell you how fucking nervous I was to do that, because I was just like, all right. I was joking in the interview going like, I always feel like I'm one dumb comment away from you just standing up and just walking out of the room and I never see you again. Like, that's the vibe he has. And as I said that, he stood up and just walked starts to walk off the stage. I was like really nervous because I thought that, I don't know. I just thought he was going to give really quick, short answers. And I was just going to be sitting there like Chris Farley when he did that sketch when he interviewed Paul McCartney. Like, remember when you did Seinfeld? That was awesome. Like, I thought I was literally going to be that guy. But within 2 seconds, I realized, oh, wait, this guy did The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. You know, why wouldn't he come out here and absolutely fucking kill it? If he just sat here giving me quick answers, the thing would go nowhere, and then he would look bad with me. It was amazing. It was one of the most fun things I've gotten to do in my career. And, you know, before I interviewed him for whatever, I had all these fucking questions. Like, I was going to look at I never interviewed somebody like that. So I had all these questions I was going to ask him. You know, his favorite car of all time, his favorite Met of all time. You know, what level dictator would you still be willing to do a private show for? You know what I mean? And I never even had to look at him. I asked a few of those. I think I asked him who his favorite Met was. I forget who he said. It was someone from like the 69 series. But it's probably that guy that dove and caught the ball. But before I went and interviewed him, I was looking up, you know, some information about him just so I would have something. I was trying to think, what the fuck can I ask this guy that he's not been asked a million times before? And I just happened to see, it says Jerry Seinfeld comments on Kathy Griffin controversy. And they cut to him. They were just like, Jerry, what do you think about the whole Kathy Griffin, blah, 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 blah. And he just goes, it's stupid. Who cares? That was it. And I was like, oh, my God, is he going to do that when I interview him? Is it going to be that quick? Thank God he didn't. Thank God he didn't. So it went great. Thank Christ. And then the interview ended. I don't know. We were just saying, man, that was a lot of fun. That went great. It was awesome. And then he left. And then me and Josh Adam Myers jumped in a car. Didn't really jump in a car. Jerry jumped in his car because he does life right. You know, he gave me some great advice about being on the road. He said, when the show's over, he just goes, go back to the room. He goes, go back to the room. And I go, you never just want to go out and have a couple? He goes, go back to the room. He goes, there's nothing good is out there. Just go back to the room. And do you know, I already knew that. Do you know how many times I've learned that fucking lesson? And he said to me, he goes, if you want to look this good in your 60s, go back to the room. And he looks fucking great. So I'm going to try to do that. How do you go back to the room? You don't go back to the room, you have no stories. I'm going to be in Montreal this weekend. How do I go back to the room? One of my favorite cigar bars in the fucking world is there. How do I go back to the room? But I have to tell you, every time I go back to the room, I'm hating it right until I get to the elevator. And then I go up in the elevator and I go into the room and I put the TV on. And the second I get into the bed, I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is fucking great. I don't know why. I just, you know, I think I finished the show. I'm wired. I'm excited it went well. And then I go on the road with friends. And they're always, what do you think? Maybe go have a couple, 2 or 3? And I always say yes. So anyway, so the show ends. I've learned to go back to the room. I've also learned to have the car service right fucking there. Like Jerry. It was just like his act. There was no fat on him fucking leaving the stage, going to the dressing room, getting his shit, and he just walked right out. And I go, yeah, of course. I go, look how, this is how you do your life. The fucking car's ready. My guy's like, I don't know where the fuck he is. And he just laughed and he just got in his car and it was over. So I usually don't have any sort of a car service. I usually just walk out. Okay, so the reason why I have a car service was because I had tickets to go to Game 2 of the NBA Finals. My Make-A-Wish weekend continues. So my car guy goes, yeah, I'm fucking down the street in the car garage. And I go, all right, so we're right here. I told him where we're at. Come to the stage door. The dude comes to the stage door on foot and then walked us back to the fucking car. The show ended at 3:45. The final started at 5 o'clock. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? So we walked all the way over to this parking garage, got in the elevator, went downstairs. I'm in the parking garage with the crowd. It's the most anti-show business thing ever. It's the most anti-Elvis left the fucking building. It was fucking pedestrian. It was shameful. I should have had my you're in show business card revoked. So we get in the car and we're sitting in the traffic with the fucking crowd to get out of the parking garage. Nothing VIP about it. Complete fucking moron I am. So we ended up, me and Josh were riding in the car over and we're just laughing, going, dude, we're going to the fucking NBA Finals. Finals, whatever the fuck you say it. And we had a couple of cigars, and we said to the guy, who turned out to be the greatest driver ever, we were like, dude, is it okay if I don't get the guy in trouble? He may or may not allegedly have let us smoke the cigar in the back of the car.